What's up, everybody, and welcome to Shapes of Gaming, the weekly conversational podcast all about video games that's unedited, unfiltered, and unhinged. I'm one of your hosts, Matt Stenson, Neocharge on PSN, and joining me, as always, you know him, you love him, the Retro Gaming Encyclopedia. We're on episode number 20, Bob. Leon Lyon Hartley. Bob Harriman. What's up, dude?
Oh man, I'm fucking tired. If I'm being honest right now.
You and me both.
Yeah. But it's all for a good cause, you know. Our listeners will know about this soon enough. I'm a little surprised. I don't want to unbox the present, if you will. But yeah, it's been keeping me kind of burning the candle at both ends this week, between gaming and this and work and life and family and the bills and the government and who knows what else is going on. But I do have something, a little something for you, a little surprise. My wife was out.
Shit.
Yeah, my wife was out shopping, and as she does, it's that time of year, right? She does the Christmas presents. She does the stacking up. She said she bought me a present and was worried that it was damaged, so she opened it to ensure condition. I kind of laughed at her when I saw it because I was like, yeah, that happens all the time. But I am sitting here with a copy for our listeners out there. This is a PS5 copy of Hell Is Us by Nacon here, Rogue Factor. I'm looking forward to this. I just unfortunately, and even my wife said, I understand you can't play it right now because we're in that lull right before the next big thing hits, at least from my perspective. I know a lot of people are out there going on the rails or off the rails or whatever you want to say for Silksong. But yeah, that's it's been keeping it going, man. Keeping busy. How you been?
Very cool. Very cool. I've been all right. Been doing some work for Shapes. Been doing the Discord stuff. We have a surprise for everyone this week, so I won't talk about what we've done. And yeah, man, just trying to stay in shape. Fall's upon us. Fall's amazing in Colorado. Getting those good beers out there and one-wheeling a little bit. So that's been fun. And we got some news from MagFest, so preparing for that. And they kind of changed the game a little bit this year, which makes it a little bit more streamlined for the hotel stuff. So I've been focused on that. And of course, my job, Mac OS and iOS 26 are dropping soon, Monday, actually. So that's a big thing in the realm of my career. And I'm getting ready for that. So yeah, that's been life for me. And it's busy, but manageable for sure.
Yeah. Never want to idle hands or the devil's plaything, I think is that phrase. But so you know that reminds me. You ever seen that movie Idle Hands from in the 90s? Yeah. All right.
Yeah, with he was in Final Destination, right?
Yeah.
Same actor. That's a good movie. It's funny. Some really funny parts in there for sure. That's a good 90s callback for sure.
I'm a 90s baby, but there. Best decade. Sorry, I said it.
100%.
Can't argue with me. It's objective.
I agree with that 100% with what's going on now and everything that happened. Man, I just want to go back. I just want to like wake up in a field with my original Game Boy and Pokemon Red and be like, "Oh, that was just a nightmare you had. You're back in the 90s playing fucking Pokemon Red."
As long as you don't end up with the Skyrim wake up where it's like, hey, you're finally awake and you're about to be executed for crimes you don't know about by a society that you don't even understand. But you know what helps that make me want to go back to or helps with that nostalgia. A good
alcohol.
A good beer. Yes.
Yep.
So I saw you crack it right beforehand. What's on the? What's on the docket?
This is one you brought over because we share beers, and this is amazing. It's from, let's see, where is it from? Brewed, Living the Dream Brewing Company in Littleton, Colorado. So Littleton's a subset of Denver, so right up north, and it's called Powder Run Tangerine. It's a cream ale with vanilla and real tangerine. And holy shit, is it amazing. It tastes like one of those orange cream pops. It's amazing. Love it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Sharing beer is great. It's kind of like it's kind of like sharing games back in the day.
Exactly.
The difference is, excuse me, I don't expect you to bring me the can back.
Right. Yeah. That's a good analogy. How about you? What are you drinking?
So I think you mentioned this before, so you're gonna have to help me on this. It's right out of
Okay.
another little place in or so outskirts of Denver, if you will. I call
Hmm.
anything north of Castle Rock for people that know Colorado. That's just Denver to me.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't care. This is out of, and I'm not, don't mean trying to be mean. It's just the way
Right.
my brain operates. But this is out of Aurora, Colorado. It's from Launchpad Brewery.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
this is it's called the Strawberry Moon. It
Hmm.
This is a strawberry shortcake blonde.
God, my friend, you're gonna have to bring one of those over.
It feels like a dessert beer.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? It is crisp, refreshing, and then I get that strawberry, and somehow you can taste the cake in it, and that airiness
Oh,
that you get with shortcake, I can taste it in there. This is why I love craft beer. Not the
that's
IPA
awesome.
stuff, the craft beer, because they're fucking wizards, Harry.
Yeah, that's awesome. And the cake finish on beers, you get that fruit at the front, and then the cake finish. I know exactly what you're talking about. That's how you know you get a good brew on your hands. So that's awesome, man. I am excited to try that. And then, as always, you can take one out of my fridge. And man, I don't know. I need to go on a beer run for sure because I'm getting thin. So with
Quick,
beer,
quick, everybody, send him beer.
yeah. I'll never turn down beer. There is one other significant thing I forgot to talk about that I did yesterday, actually. With the iPhone event, Apple had an iPhone event. They unveiled the iPhone 17. It was underwhelming, in my opinion, the event. So, but I had an iPhone 10s, and iPhone 10s won't go to iOS 26 Monday. So I had to upgrade. I had that phone for 8 years, and I finally took the plunge, and I got an iPhone 16. So
Ooh, the new one,
yeah,
huh? I
not the
think that
17. The 17 was really announced. That comes out in about a week and a half. So I wasn't too impressed with what the 17 brought, and it's a little bigger than the 16. And I already think the 16 is too big. I love the size of the 10s. Man, if it was up to me, I would be rocking the fucking mini or the size of the 5S from back in the day where it fits in the palm of your hand. Whatever happened to technology getting like smaller instead of bigger? Dude, they have a fucking stupid accessory that attaches to the phone, and it looks like a purse. It's a strap. It's a strap that goes across your body that attaches to the case. Not only is the strap ugly as fuck, but they are charging $60 for this strap. And I was like, you are out of your goddamn minds.
Oh, that is brutal, man. I but come on, they gotta have big, high fidelity screens. How else are the kids supposed to play Fortnite and Roblox and all the other
You
mobile
don't.
slot? Yeah, you don't. There's the right answer. Yeah,
Exactly.
they're getting like tablet size. You can take an old iPad and just hold it up to your ear and be like, "Hello, hello." Can
I did that once for a video because the phones were getting so big. It was just like, these are iPads now. And yeah, if you want to game, go game on a fucking console on your TV. How about that? And
It's funny you mentioned that. I had a buddy in the back in my Army days. He took the handset from an old rotary phone, and then he would go driving around in his car, and he would hold the receiver for the rotary phone up and pretend like he was talking on the phone and sit in traffic just to get people to be like, "What the do the double takes? The what the fuck was going on there?"
that's amazing. I love that. Yeah. Uh yeah, the event was underwhelming. I mean, there's a lot of cool shit coming out, but dude, they started the naming convention of the iPhones. Like they used to do iPhone 4 and then 4S, 5 and then 5S. And they were just little iterations of the previous model. And that's why they called them the S model. Well, they didn't stop that. And they keep doing that, but they call it a completely new number to basically deceive consumers. So this new phone, the 17, is essentially a 16S, and it's a little bigger, and I'm not interested. So I was waiting to see what they do. The 4 core things I wanted from my 10S was USB-C, MagSafe, lighter, and a better battery. And the 16 gives me that. So you know what? Got it through Verizon on a hell of a deal, and I'm happy with it. So it's a huge upgrade from the 10S. So
That's awesome, man. To bring this into gaming, when are companies going to understand that naming conventions matter?
oh
Like
yeah,
the most famously, the two that I always think of, and this is why I love Sony. Or one of the things they do right is Wii to Wii U. Most people didn't understand that it was a different console, and then
right.
Microsoft, what was it, the Xbox One, and now we're on the Xbox One Series XS. I
It's
still
the
don't even understand it.
yeah, the Xbox Series S, and then the Xbox Series X, and then before that there was the Xbox 360S, Xbox 360. I think there was an E or something. Yeah, man, this naming convention is stupid. And then you have PS1, PS2, PS3, PS4, and PS5. And then you have Pro on the end of that, or PlayStation 1 to PS1. Super clean naming convention. But yeah, the Series X, Series S, Series Sex, I don't know what the fuck. Xbox needs to work on their naming convention for sure.
Yeah,
So
absolutely, man.
yeah. Speaking of naming convention, and I know it's not relevant to gaming, but Apple actually did fix their naming convention for iOS. We were on iOS 18, and then macOS 15, and then Apple Watch 12, and then Apple TV OS 9. They streamlined it, and everything's the name of the year. So we're going from macOS 15 to macOS 26. So shout out to them. It'll make my job easier. I'm an Apple IT. I'm a systems infrastructure engineer, and I build shit that requires me to know all that. So yeah, it's welcome change.
That's good. I'm so glad they're doing that. That single
Mm-hmm.
pane of glass. I heard, and maybe you can confirm this. They're trying to unify the operating systems across all their different devices.
They've been doing that for the last 5 years. Mac OS is slowly merging to iOS. iOS is slowly merging to Mac OS. And I think we'll eventually get a hybrid device that will be like an iMac with the screen, and then you tilt it down and it becomes iOS, or I don't know. But yeah, they're blending together for sure. So we'll see. They've been doing it very slowly, and they understand you're messing with something that people know like the back of their hand for the last 2 decades. So
Yeah, definitely for the enthusiast standpoint. I'm curious. Yeah,
yep, yep.
uh, I mean, I've been an Apple guy, but I love tech. There's something
Oh
about it,
yeah,
man.
yeah. Tech and gaming kind of go hand in hand. It's like it's part of the nerd culture. So yeah, new phone. Who dis?
I gotta say the ability to block or silence unrecognized callers on an iPhone was a absolute I'm never fucking going back moment for me.
They are enhancing that with iOS 26. And they are going to give you an AI assistant that answers the call and says, state your name and your business. And you won't get a call at all. And then that will come through and be like, this is a call from blah, 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 doing blah, blah, blah. And then you're like, answer or ignore. And you can do it all with your
Ooh,
voice hands free.
ooh, let's do that. Jarvis,
Yep.
hit him with
Yep.
an ad.
Basically, yeah. So iOS 26 is bringing that. I'm excited for that as well. So yeah, and it's gonna filter spam in the texts, and you know how you get all the texts, and it's gonna use Apple Intelligence AI, whatever the fuck they want to call it, to filter more spam stuff. But yeah, I'm excited. How about we get in some housekeeping?
I guess we can do that now. Let's get the show going.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're doing some cool things on Discord, if you haven't noticed. And we had an idea. We've done spoiler casts in the past, and we were like, hey, what if we created some spoiler channels? So we have a new section called, or category, if you will, on Discord called Games Spoilers in all caps. Okay. So the top channel is going to be a way to request a spoiler channel. So go in there, say, hey, I want to talk about this game, and I want to crack it wide open and talk all about spoilers, and request that, and then we'll create that channel. We have a few channels created. We have Hollow Knight Silksong, of course. I've been playing the shit out of that. I'm going to talk all about that. Not spoiler, of course, on this cast, but once I finish it in the Discord, Borderlands 4, MGS Snake Eater. If you have ideas for more channels, we just started with the 3. Let us know. These channels are going to have spoilers. Okay, don't enter the channel unless you've beat the fucking game. All right. It's a channel. It's very dangerous. If you don't want to know what happens in Hollow Knight Silksong, don't go in that channel. So all the other channels are going to be spoiler free. But I was like, you know what? We like talking about games, and we like talking in depth about the story. And if 2 people have beat the game and they want to talk about it with spoilers, then I think we should create channels for that. But here's your warning: there's going to be spoilers in there. You know that big capitalized spoilers word there? Yeah. So if you go in there and you get something spoiled and then you complain about it, I don't know what to tell you. I'm gonna say, hey man, that's on you. So those channels could be very dangerous. If you don't want stuff spoiled, don't go in there. But most importantly, if you finish a game and you're like, oh my god, I want to talk about this, like when we finished Claire, like there was you wanted someone to talk about it with, go in there and spoil the shit out of everything. So yeah, I think that's a good idea. We had a couple requests for that, and I was like, yeah, that sounds good. I'm gonna do that. So I'm trying to figure out how to automate creating the channels. Right now, we have to create the channels. We have to get that notification that says, hey, create this channel. We'll create the channel, but I'm trying to figure out how to automate it. But yeah, we can do it for now. So yeah, that's kind of a little like book club, if you will. Once you're done reading the book, go in there and talk about it and spoil the shit out of everything and go deep into the loins of the game. So kind of like our spoiler casts.
Yeah, that's a good call out, man. I'm glad you called that, because I saw the different games in there, and then you just now mentioned it. I'm like, oh yeah, shit. It says spoilers at the top.
Yep.
I mean, I'm less sensitive to those, but yeah, definitely keep that in mind, folks. Everybody has their sensitivity level, and we're trying to accommodate to all spectrums.
Yeah.
Question mark?
Yeah. And that's a good point. If you don't care about spoilers, go in there. I mean, if you want to be surprised with the game, I don't understand how people can't care about spoilers. I don't get it. I always love to be. I'm very sensitive to spoilers, almost to a fault, and that's a me thing. I let people know up front. I know other people like this. I know many other people like this, but like I don't like fucking anything spoiled. And if someone does happen to spoil something, I'm like, hey, just to let you know, I'm like, I don't like spoilers. That's a me thing. I the only thing I can do is let you know. But a lot of people are sensitive to spoilers. But if you're not, and you just want to know about the game, go in there at your own risk. So, yeah. Let's see what else we got. Part of the news we're going to be talking about is a Nintendo Direct happening Friday, very early in the morning for us. But I was invited on a live react stream by the wonderful Ryan Barrett and his partner Carrie. They're going to be doing a live stream on Metroid Database, twitch.tv/Metroid Database, also youtube.com/at Metroid Database 1. I guess he didn't get the original Metroid Database. That's okay. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be on camera. I'm going to be representing Shapes of Gaming, and we're going to be doing a live reacts to the event. This event it's supposed to be big, and I'm pretty sure we're going to get some Metroid news out of there. So I'm going to be part of one of the biggest fan sites on the web for Metroid. I'm going to be part of their live reacts. So tune in, have some fun, watch us lose our shit, watch us predict wrongly or predict rightly. But yeah, it'll be fun. So that'll be this Friday. I think we're going to start at like 30 minutes before and talk about our predictions. So that will be 5:30 Pacific time AM, and then 5, 6, 7, 8:30 AM Eastern time. And that'll be 6:30 a.m. my time.
Can you
I'm gonna
even
be
get up
tired.
that early? Can you even
I'm
get up
gonna
that
be
early, man?
up for this. Yeah, I will.
Okay, all right.
Because I honestly think we're going to see Metroid Prime 4. I think we're going to get a new trailer. We'll talk more about that in the news, which we're about to get to. But yeah, that'll be fun. Doing a live reacts. Shapes of Gaming is going to start doing live reacts whenever we get that shit figured out. That's all I'm going to say. It's a really complicated and a lot of shit to figure out, and we're getting there. So we have a team behind it. They're working on it. So yeah. Where can people find Shapes of Gaming, Bob?
Yeah. Just like somebody I met on the street this week who asked, I said, pull up your phone and go to your browser and just go to shapesofgaming.com. And you will find the landing page where you've got access to all of the resources within this community, the Discord, YouTube channel, your podcast listening service of choice, whatever you would like. Feel free, go check it out. If you're new here, or even if you're not, definitely subscribe and like it and give us some good comments and provide some feedback. We look forward to it. We take it all serious and take it to heart, good, bad, and indifferent. And look forward to chatting with you. Matt and I are always on, one of us is always on that Discord, kind of passively watching as things go along and trying to shape the conversation. So once again, go to shapesofgaming.com.
Yeah, it's all about gaming, talking about games, nerd culture. We have so many channels for different things. Everyone has a great time there, and all we ask is don't be an asshole. So simple rules, and we have fun on there. So yeah, Bob and I are very engaged with the Discord, and yeah, if you also have any questions for the cast that you want us to read off on one of the episodes, there is a channel where you can ask questions, and we have read them. We've got a lot of food questions, and those have been fun. So yeah, it's a fun time over there. Join up, have some fun, talk some games. What do you say we get into the news?
Yeah, I guess we can go ahead and get this started, man. Unless you got, oh yeah, no, never mind, disregard.
Let's light this fire.
Yeah, there we go. So let's start off with the quick one, since you already mentioned this. This is bringing it in. This broke just today. Nintendo
Mm-hmm.
confirmed the rumors that were circulating, and not only did we get, are we getting a Nintendo Direct, we're getting it Friday, which
Mm-hmm.
is the day after you guys are hearing this, or it goes live, should I say, to the community. Um, but this is confirmed to be the longest direct that does not include a console launch direct. So for you PlayStation fans out there, this is pretty much the equivalent of a showcase versus a
Mm-hmm.
state of play. 60 minutes. And like you said, it starts early in the morning, man. I don't know. Before I cut it over to you, I got a prediction, Matt. I want you to listen, hear what you think on this. I think we're gonna get some kind of a preview, maybe a teaser of a new 3D Mario adventure game that's coming, because the last one was a 2D that we got. I also think we are going to get a release date for Metroid Prime 4. I think it's coming this year. I have a feeling. And then those are my two big ones. I think those are like my guaranteed cheers. I've got some wild cards out there, and some obscure stuff. Like I think we're gonna get, let's say, for example, we're finally going to get an announcement for Fire Emblem.
Mm-hmm.
But if you play Fire Emblem, cool, and you know it. If not, you don't care.
Right, right. I 100% agree with you on both those things, except Metroid Prime 4 is coming next year. And they're going to give us a consolation prize, if you will. This is my bold prediction. And as always, folks, tame your fucking expectations for these, because there are some wild predictions out there that everyone's like, oh my God, we're getting a new Zelda and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, guys, is it first time? Is this your first time? My wild, bold prediction, and I say this for many reasons because I want it. One, and I have it drafted. Two, is we're getting a Metroid Prime trilogy remaster for the Switch 2, and they're going to be porting Prime Remastered from the Switch over to the Switch 2, finally giving us the Echoes and Corruption remasters. and bundling those all in, maybe, I don't even know, $100, 120, maybe 70, who knows, 80. It's going to be more expensive than a base game, and they're going to give us mouse controls. So I can see them doing it if they're going to be delaying Prime, which, dude, Prime 4 has been in the oven for a while, like 10 years, dude. And it's a flagship IP, and the Prime series has sold a lot. Nintendo doesn't really pay attention to Metroid. I can see them fucking shadow dropping this. I really can. And I won't put anything past Nintendo from what we've been seeing lately. They're kind of just going at the beat of their own drum, and they're like, yeah, we'll do whatever the fuck we want. You'll give us money. Doesn't matter. But if they're smart about this, they're going to give it at least a 6-month lead up and release it at February, March of 26. And then they'll be like, and while you wait, here's the trilogy to get you ready. Wouldn't that be a fucking brilliant marketing plan?
For fans of Metroid, which I mean, I honestly, I kind of see where you're going with this. I see the vision here, and what I'm getting at, and the angle I want to come at is how many more Metroid fans are going to grow. Like, how much is the fan base going to grow out of a Metroid Prime 4 versus, hey, let's go ahead and toss the dog a bone, if you will. Especially since we got shadow dropped Metroid Prime remastered, by the way. If people remember that.
Yep.
So I don't see it coming. I don't see it like I could see it going both ways. I'm placing my bet on one side. I'm placing my bet on black. You're placing your bet on red, and we're gonna just see what the roulette wheel says.
Basically,
yeah. But
I can see either happening. I won't put it past Nintendo to just fucking shadow drop Prime 4. Seriously, it would be a mistake, but you know what? They kind of don't care about Metroid. They've proven it in the past, and I could see it. Do I want that happening? Do I want them to care about our girl Samus? Absolutely. I'm a diehard Metroid fan, as everyone knows, and I would love to see her get the lead up and the excitement and the hype she deserves.
Absolutely wish that could happen. But you know, Metroid and Star Fox. They're Star Fox and then F-Zero most notoriously.
Right.
But you're right, dude. This wish list stuff is or direct. Like here's just one. I'm not going to call any individual out. I'm going to just tell you. I pulled this from Reddit. They wish at least a teaser for a new 3D Mario game, a new 2D Mario game, a new Smash Brothers, a new 2D Zelda game, a new Animal Crossing game, a new 3D Kirby game. By the way, have you heard about Air Riders? And Luigi's Mansion 4.
Yeah, that's quite the wish list.
Yeah.
It might be time to talk about the Oracle of Ages, Oracle of Seasons remake. That might be. I agree with the 3D Mario. I think that's gonna be our show closer for a teaser, maybe a title, and that's about it. I think it'll be a teaser, and that'll be releasing holiday 26. But yeah, they might. The Oracle games might be a little surprise tomorrow. Have all the players there: Metroid, Zelda, Mario, and maybe. Well, we already got Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong's this year, so yeah. Give us a new Star Fox. That'd be sweet.
Yeah, please. Fingers crossed. But we'll see, man.
My expectations are low, and I am cautiously optimistic as always with these events.
Yes, because they can fill 60 minutes with a bunch of random. I don't want to say slob. I don't want to be derogatory, but
farm simulators.
Yeah, simulator and cozy games. They're not my thing necessarily. It depends on the game and my mood. But it seems like every one of these directs, it's like 3 to 5 cozy games, and then something that might interest me.
Right.
So getting a little irritated there, Nintendo. Step the game up.
I wonder how much third party they're going to have, and I also wonder how much they're going to fill it with PS4 games, Xbox One games being ported over to the Switch 2. Like introducing Red Dead Redemption, the Yeehaw Switch 2 edition, and just Arthur Morgan flies off a horse edition. And yeah, or they'll be like, have you missed your favorite female bounty hunter? introducing Metroid Prime on the farm. B. Samus and farm the Galactic Federation Fruits of Liberty. I don't fucking know. Yeah, they tend to disappoint in these events. So if you keep your expectations super fucking low, you'll never be disappointed.
You know what's gonna happen? And I'm gonna put this out in the universe, and I'm gonna apologize to you. I know you a beer if this actually happens.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna see Metroid, but it's gonna be to go with the cameras and the new online service. It's gonna be a relaunch of Metroid Prime Federation Forces.
Oh God. Oh no, no.
Oh, but
Don't
yeah,
put
man.
that out there in the ether.
But yeah,
Yeah,
that's go ahead.
we'll see what they've been cooking up. I hope it's prominent first party, and I hope it's not filled with a bunch of third party stuff we've already played on PS4 and Xbox One. So
And we'll see, man. Definitely. What are you guys thinking out there, by the way?
yeah,
Hit up in the Discord. You still got a good 36 hours beforehand. I don't care. It can be the wildest prediction in the world. Let's chat about it. But anything else you want to say about this?
no, I'll have more predictions before the actual event on camera. So tune in. Should be a wild ride. And dude, Metroid has got to be there. So anytime that happens, regardless of what they announce, it's very exciting, and you'll see me lose my shit. So it's
Yeah,
entertaining.
go check it out. I want to see Matt lose his shit.
Yep. Yep.
uh,
And we'll be interacting with the audience. So if you're in chat, we'll be reading all the chat and can answer questions, and you can follow along. So it's always a fun time.
Yeah. You know, speaking of fun times, Matt, I want to bring this out. This just broke today as well. This came from the PlayStation blog directly. If you're not aware, or like me and you're terrible with dates and years and stuff like that sometimes, PlayStation, the original PSX, passed its 30-year anniversary this past December within Japan on December 3rd. And Sony kind of gave us some cool stuff, at least with the themes, and I'm so glad they brought those back, right? But they have announced a social media community event, I guess is the best way to put it, where they're celebrating 30 years of PlayStation, and they are requesting, and then you can go read it on their PlayStation blog, is between now and the end of September, September 23rd. So you've got just under 2 weeks. Is go to X and post your favorite memories. In other words, pictures, things of that nature, to sorry guys, it's Twitter or Instagram with the
Yeah, it's
hashtag.
Twitter, just
Yeah.
Twitter X, whatever.
With that hashtag PlayStation 30 memories, 30 being 30. And I guess Sony says we'll see how this is going to work out. I'm kind of curious to see. They're going to select certain posts and images and put them into a collage, if you will, to kind of immortalize those experiences and those memories throughout the years. So definitely, I encourage people, if you want. There is a disclaimer at the bottom that your likeness imaging and all that. Basically, PlayStation has that image now, and they can use it whenever they want. Or story, written word, whatever it is. But yeah, go check it out and participate. I'm gonna have to dig up some pictures because I'm not a big photo ops guy. But I'm assuming you got some stuff on board, Matt. Are you gonna participate in this?
I probably no, I probably won't. I don't have pictures back that far because I mean we literally had uh disposable cameras at that point. I have some physical pictures at my mom's house or something, but the digital stuff didn't come around till like '06. But I love this concept. I love this idea. I love when companies acknowledge their roots and embrace that and bring the fans in on it and celebrate what made them who they are. So I love this and I want to see more of it.
Yeah, absolutely. I love this kind of an idea. This
Yeah.
is almost a whoever this. I'm sorry, I just closed it out here, but it was Kristen something that wrote the
Mhm.
blog. If it was her idea, she deserves a promotion because this is how you get engagement with your community and you build up that hype train and all the other catchphrase words that are used in the corporate world. But at the end of the day, it's a great idea. There's zero cost to it almost, and it's negligible other than your labor costs to do the collab or collage, and
Mhm.
you have the content being provided to you. Like, this is a win-win.
Exactly. Yeah, it's brilliant marketing. More companies should do it, and yeah, I love when companies acknowledge their roots and what made them who they were. So
Yeah.
love it.
All right. Well, let's keep on the well, I'm thinking we'll keep on the, what is it? The PlayStation theme that we got
All
going
right.
on. So I sent you this link, and you can follow along if you'd like, there, Matt. This came from PlayStation blog, as of when we're recording, this was 5 days ago, so just
Mhm.
a little after we finished. But PlayStation posted their PlayStation Store August 2025 top downloads charts. Um Keep in mind, this does include, they do break it down based on PS5, PS4, VR2, and then there's even break it down further with free to play downloads. They do it between US and Europe. But for the purposes of this exercise, I'm going to focus on the PS5 in the US because that's the more current and relevant. And to be quite honest, unless something bubbles up like Battlefront 2 did a couple months ago, there's not a whole lot of changes in the PS4 market download stream. But yeah, so starting from the top, the number one game in August, unsurprising, year after year, was Madden NFL 26. That's just an annualized game, and that just tells you how much we end up with people purchasing the product, even if they are casuals. Number two is Ready or Not. It was a surprise. I've heard a lot of good things about that, and we can dive into these more if you want. Number three, Mafia: The Old Country. Number four, Gears of War Reloaded.
It's
Um,
awesome.
that's amazing. I love to see that for a Microsoft game, and we'll touch that. The next one on the list, College Football 26. No surprise, it is football season, so you catch that hype train. After that, once again, I do not understand. They can't keep getting away with it. Is Rockstar's Grand Theft Auto 5? Uh,
Mhm. It's a
after that,
juggernaut.
it is a juggernaut. Six is going to break the world, man. I tell you. Uh,
Ugh.
after next in line, we got Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater, personal, my personal favorite of August 2025.
Love to
After
see it.
You love to see it. After that, Minecraft uh, is on there. It's always going to stay on that list. Then we go into Forza Horizon 5, and then going down that list, just looking at some of the those were the top 10. So going down a little bit more, Helldivers 2 resurgence back into August. They're in their top. This is a top 20 list. Um, Claire Obscure
Yeah.
still hanging on. They're
Good.
one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, number 14 on the list. Um, and then we've got the usual suspects: Mortal Kombat 1, MLB The Show 25. And then the last two that I thought was a little funny: Grounded and Phasmophobia,
Mhm.
which are just. I mean, I don't want to say indies, but they kind of are in that indie realm,
Mhm.
and definitely hit, man. So, what about you on this list? Anything you want to, whatever angle you want to take it at, man?
Sure. I love seeing Gears of War Reloaded on there. That tickles me. At number 4, that's awesome. Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater. I love that it's pretty high up. It's a new release, so I get it. Love to see it though. Thrilled that Claire is still in there, and Helldivers is holding strong too. Other than that, yeah, those are the notables for me. This is cool that they released this info.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Um, I did want to point out, well, I kind of alluded to it earlier, or kind of gave you the hint. Can we talk about how Helldivers, which just recently went to Microsoft, then the next two that are in the top 10, or that are in this top 10 list, are Forza Horizon 5, a 4-year old Microsoft racing game, Microsoft
Yeah.
owned and published racing game, followed by number 4, Gears of War Reloaded, a 2006 remake that was a day and date launch from Microsoft into the PlayStation
Mhm.
ecosystem. Uh, this is unreal, man.
Yeah, I mean it's working. Their Xbox's strategy. They're porting games over to PS5 to expand their software reach, and people are buying them. They're probably making more money over on the PlayStation side than they are their own side because they have it all on Game Pass, and they've trained their users and the gamers not to buy shit. But on PS5, the cost of entry is to buy it, and they're probably making more money on the PS5 landscape. It's crazy. It's crazy to see. We're getting Halo at some point.
Yeah, even at 70% rips,
Yeah.
coming from PlayStation, $70 of the or 70% of the $70 is what Microsoft's going to take on each one of these sales. For those that might not understand, and it's usually that's the industry understanding. But
Hmm.
to see Gears of War and Forza Horizon means Microsoft's just literally going, "Hey, do you want to help us make money? We'll give you a percentage of it," and then they walk away happy and free. I feel bad for the Xbox player base in that regard, and I don't mean that derogatory. I know it sounds mean, but I kind of feel bad because your company is like, you know what? Nah, the other kids are going to get the Nintendo too.
Yep. I've said it, and I'll say it again. I think Microsoft is going the Sega route, and I think they're going to be a publisher of software in the next half decade or so, and they're going to get out of the first party market. So it's going to happen. They're already third party developers on the PlayStation platform, and there are rumors for their next console that they're opening up to all stores, including Steam. And if that happens, I mean, everything's in Xbox, right, Bob?
That's what they say. Everything's in
Including your
Xbox.
PS5.
Oh hell, your fridge is an Xbox. It can play Doom.
Right? Yeah, so we'll see how this shakes out for them. But I think they're bleeding over there. The signs are clear, and we'll see. Competition is always good for the consumer. I hope they stay strong. I hope they stay in the game. But it's not looking good for them. So we'll see how it shakes out.
Yeah. Well, we'll find out soon, especially when we hear that
Mm-hmm.
Master Chief come
Mm-hmm.
along. Um, but yeah, yeah. But if you guys are interested, you can go catch it on the PlayStation blog. Definitely take a look and see. Like I said, they break it down based on region and console as well. Uh, this last piece of news that I have for us this week, have been two legal articles that were released, and they were retaining to Nintendo. One of them has been I've seen on the internet a lot. I've seen a lot of discussion behind it. The TLDR is Switch modder and his company have effectively been shut down by Nintendo for modding Switches. And I while that's entertaining, I think the other one is a little bit more interesting. And I wanted to take this as an opportunity because I think, and I want to preface this to the audience: we are not lawyers, we are not legal experts here. We do not do that. I don't even know a lawyer to go consult to talk about this stuff, who would be willing to do it for free, anyways. But last year, the third party accessory manufacturer Genki was providing mock-ups, if you will, of Nintendo Switch 2 products ahead of the official announcement from Nintendo.
At
Um,
Gamescom, right?
yes, that's correct. It was at Gamescom last year, and without surprise, you kind of they we'll get into it. The short answer is Nintendo did file a lawsuit against them, and as is with most a lot of lawsuits out there, particularly this, uh, it has been settled out of court because bringing lawyers in and charging them and going through the litigation process is always expensive. So sometimes, a lot of times, this is what happens. In fact, from my understanding, lawyers encourage this to prevent everybody losing the farm. But Genki settled for a undisclosed amount, so that hasn't been publicly um, uh, given to the community. But I'm suspecting several $1 million. Most notably, and I wanted to see what you think on this, Matt. Genki and all other subsidiaries of Human Things are permanently banned from using any Nintendo logo or design or anything similar using the terms Nintendo, Switch, Switch 2, or Joy-Con, and selling any accessories that don't clearly state that Genki is an unlicensed accessory manufacturer. Um, on top of that, they are also banned from using Glitch and Glitch 2 brand names for its accessories because it's too close to Switch, as well as naming its news announcements Genki Direct.
Dang.
Nintendo brought the fucking hammer, Matt.
Yeah,
But I
they
want
did.
to I wanna bring it to you. What do you think? You got any angles? Whatever angle you want to take this at.
Sure. I mean, when you sign an NDA and you get a product early, you gotta you gotta honor that NDA, and they didn't, and they were sloppy with it, and Nintendo rightfully came at them. And I guess they, like you said, they put the hammer down. I'm not in law. I'm not an expert in law. I don't really know about it. I know a little, but not. I'm not an expert. Uh, so I have no idea the intricacies and the details on this. But it sounds like Genki got off easy. Uh, and they didn't have to pay anything, and they settled it outside of court. And I've heard of Nintendo doing worse for sure. But yeah, this sounds like they can't even use Glitch because it's close to Switch. I mean, Nintendo was like, oh yeah, and you can't do that either. Oh yeah, and you can't do that either. Just like they're pissed, right? So they were a huge leak though, and they showed the Nintendo Switch 2 very early before, and it kind of forced Nintendo's hand to show the Switch 2 earlier than they wanted, and it created a bigger lead up than they wanted with their new hardware. So I get it. Don't fuck with Nintendo, and if you sign an NDA, read the terms and conditions, dude.
Yes, and if you don't know how to read it, send it to your lawyer so he can read it, or he
Yeah,
and or she can read it. Uh,
exactly.
Speaking of giving credit where credit is due, I did get this one from Video Games Chronicle. Definitely, if you want to go check it out, go ahead. It's on their website, but bring an ad blocker. That's all I'm going to say. But it makes me think. You ever heard of that story? The kid in Australia. I say kid, but he's our age now at this point. Who got sued by Nintendo for leaking. I think it was a Mario. I'd have to go look at my history again. Mario game before anybody else, and started distributing. And Nintendo brought him down and hit him and won the case. It basically put him into bankruptcy. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
and then years later, he got a call from his local GameStop that he got a package, and it was from Nintendo, and it was a promotional package that included a bunch of stuff on top of it. So I don't know if you ever heard of that.
Dang. No, I can't recall.
Yeah, yeah. It's like talk about beating your wife and then get over your flowers. Sorry, honey.
Oh my god. Yeah. Right.
uh,
Oh, Nintendo. They
but,
they sometimes stretch it a little too much, and they yeah. I mean, they're dude. You don't want to mess with Nintendo. They're big and they have a huge set of lawyers, and you're probably going to lose if you go against them. So,
yeah,
and they're
yeah,
smart.
they are smart. It sounded like they did really have Genki by the cojones, and just like, hey, by the way, you're going to lose, so you might as well settle with us. Oh, you want to settle? Okay, cool. Here's our conditions, and if not, we're gonna we're gonna just twist.
Yep. Yep.
uh,
That's funny.
but
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we had in the news today, or this last week. There's more out there. If you guys hear stuff, I scour the web as much as I can. Try
No.
to keep things as much as interesting because there's articles that come out, every fucking hour it feels like, and I don't want
Oh
the
yeah.
show to be 5 hours long. So if you got something, bring it into the Discord. Always willing to have a nice little discussion. But that's all for the news this week.
Yeah, definitely. And by the time you're listening to this podcast, Borderlands 4 reviews will be going live tonight, hopefully. So that's another big thing. Borderlands is on the horizon. It's releasing tonight, depending on what time zone you're in. Official release is Friday, so we'll see. I'm excited. What else? I want to talk about the Silksong patch, but I started reading it and then stopped because I was like, this is spoilers. So
Yeah. Silksong, we'll save that. We know it's coming up, but for those that are, if you haven't heard, Silksong is getting a patch, and there will be some balancing changes. Is the short answer that's coming along with that.
things are getting nerfed, and things are getting changed. So do I agree with it? I don't. I didn't read it all, so I can't comment on it. Once I beat the game, I'll read it and then comment on it. But we have a hell of a hit on our hands. Silksong is sitting up there with Clair Obscure on the Open Critic at 92. And it came out the gate at 100 with 9 reviews. I knew it wasn't going to go there, stay there forever, but it stayed there for a little bit. And I had like 40 points on the draft. I was like, holy shit. We knew it wasn't going to stay there, but it was crazy to see that it stayed strong at like 100 for a while. But it's at 92. It might creep up a little bit more. We don't have the big hitters in there. I didn't think I haven't seen IGN's review or anything like that. So I think it might creep up a little bit more, but we'll see. I'm having a blast with it, and that's what I'm going to be talking about when we get into what we're playing, which we can do that right now since we're done with the news. What do you say?
Yeah, let's fucking do it, man. Who wants to start first? Would you like to start? Because it sounds like you got a lot to say.
Uh, sure. I'll start. I am playing Hollow Knight Silksong. Shocker. This is developed and published by Team Cherry, a team of 7 individuals, and it is a Soulsborne Metroidvania sequel to the original Hollow Knight, which, as you know, if you listen to our top 10 indies episode, it was one of my honorable mentions, and it's one of my favorite indies of all time. So man, what can I say? It's incredible. I'm about 25 hours in. It's longer than Hollow Knight, and it's so polished. All the environments are hand drawn, just like Hollow Knight was. The combat's tight. Hornet, the protagonist, is way faster, way more nimble than Ghost in the original Hollow Knight was. I'm playing it on the PS5 Pro. There's no performance or graphics. This game runs at a beautiful 60 frames a second, 4K from what I'm seeing. The map's huge. It keeps delivering. It has a slower difficulty curve than the original Hollow Knight did, because you'll talk a little bit about the original Hollow Knight. But the original Hollow Knight kind of like hits you in the face. It's like, guess what? This game's fucking hard. But Silksong is like, all right, we're gonna let you play a little bit, and then they hit you with a couple walls, and then you just keep getting hit and getting hit, and the difficulty ramps up a little slower this time around. I think it's because it's just a longer game, but it might also be their Silksong is a little more way more popular than the original Hollow Knight was, so they're making it a little more accessible for other people. This game is very hard. This game has way more mechanics and intricacies than the original Hollow Knight did. Uh, don't want to go into those details because I feel like those are spoilers, and they were a huge surprise for me. A very pleasant surprise where like I was like, oh my god, this is you get these now. So I'm loving it. The story's been incredible. The music is phenomenal. The first level in the game is an amazing track. Uh, it runs beautifully. I'm having a blast. I can't wait to play more, and uh, it's up in my top 3 of the year for sure. I don't even know when I'm going to finish it. I'm kind of dark on how long it is. Uh, it just keeps going, man, and I'm having a blast. And there's so many enemy varieties. There's so many builds you can do. There's so much customization. It improves on every aspect that the original had, and the original was phenomenal. So I had pretty high expectations for this game uh, because I played the original, and I've been waiting for this game for 7 years. My expectations have been absolutely blown away. It
Mhm.
is a fucking phenomenal game, and I can't wait to play more.
Dude, that's awesome. So you said
Yep.
it's in the top 3 this year. Um, the question is, where do you have you figured out or have you decided where this is going to land in that top 3 yet?
No, they're so different. Like my top three are Clair Obscur, Death Stranding, and Hollow Knight, right? And they're such different experiences. It's like comparing apples to oranges. It's like, which apple do you like better, this apple or this orange or this potato? You know what I mean? It's like, dude, they offer such a different experience and such a different aspect of gaming. Like, you can't compare a 2D Metroidvania side scroller Soulsborne to Death Stranding, right? I mean, from a
No.
gameplay perspective, I have to choose one, right? I have to choose one. I don't think I'm going to say anything until our cast where we cast our votes for the Game Awards. And then you'll know what my game of the year is, because it just, it could change, right? We have Ghost coming up. Who knows? Right. And I've been on the fence with my top three, like, which one is fucking better? So we'll see. We'll see. And I'm loving it. There's a couple things, like minor gripes, right? The map, I wish you could zoom in and move around. That would be nice. And then I did have a bug I encountered where the frame rate just tanked. I thought I was going to have to. It was so minuscule and just like 1% of what I've played. I thought I was going to have to quit the app and relaunch. I went to the other room to go to save before I did that, and it fixed itself. So it didn't create any lasting negative uh, consequences with the game. So, but yeah, and then I I wish that I don't. Hollow Knight, this does better than Hollow Knight did, but I wish there was just a tiny bit more direction in the golden path of the game. Metroidvanias are made for you to get lost and literally made for you to explore and fill out the map.
Mhm.
But dude, I got lost in this area where I wasn't supposed to be, and I finished it. And I like talked to a friend, and he's like, "Oh yeah, that's a side end game area." And I'm like, well, what the fuck? And that was a huge wall I hit, because I mean, there was no save points, and I guess I finished an in-game thing. So apparently, uh, I'm okay at this game, and yeah, I love it. I've died many times. It's a Soulsborne, so not a lot of complaints. Shit, I'd give it a 9.5 right now, from what I've played. Incredible game. If you loved Hollow Knight, you're gonna love this game, and that's pretty much all I've been playing. So loving every second of it. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
that's good, man. So you said, you finished in side end game, like almost like it's designed to be post credits, and I'm saying this in air
I
quotes.
think.
Okay. I'm
Yeah.
just curious because you said Metroidvanias are designed to get lost, and there is a certain element to that, and but at the same time, correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't that more like a hey, this is the game either A hard locks you out because you don't have an ability to get into the room, or B you kind of with a soul sense you get a pick up and you go wait a minute the game kind of without directly tells you hey you probably don't want to be doing this right now, bud.
Well, that's the problem with this game. This game is hard as nails, right? Pun intended.
Unintended, yeah.
And yeah, because Ghost had the nail as the weapon. Hornet has the needle. But this game is so hard that you don't know where the line is drawn. You're like, oh, this is just a fucking hard game. I'm going to power through, right? But then uh, uh, when you overcome a really big challenge, and then there's no bench like save spot, and then you get to another really big challenge and you fuck up there, you're like, am I supposed to be here? I don't know if it was in game, or I don't know if it was a later part of the map that I encountered earlier. But I know it was really hard. It felt like it was too hard, and there's a reason for that. So yeah, it just pointed me that direction, and I might have figured something out that I shouldn't have figured out until later in the game, and I just went with it, and I overcame it. So that's it's been really fun. Dude, in Soulsborne games, when you're just trying that boss over and over and over again, it's so satisfying when you finally drop them. And dude, speaking of bosses, this game has incredible, unique bosses. And you say, and I agree, that every every boss in a 2D side scroller is kind of like a dance, right? Well, some of these bosses take that literally, and it's fucking amazing.
That's awesome, dude. I'm glad.
Mhm.
I'm glad to hear that. And I'm glad you're enjoying it.
Yep.
It's a game maybe I'll get to in the next when, as the joke goes,
Right.
when. Uh,
Right. This was a put down everything and play game for me. I've been waiting this for been waiting for this game for too long. So I was so hyped, and yeah, I put everything down for this game. So
Speaking of Souls, game, I don't know if you saw that. I think I sent it to you. That image of Ghost from Hollow Knight handing
Mhm.
off the clown wig and nose to the hunter from Bloodborne and saying, "Hey, it's your turn now, buddy."
Yep. Yep.
uh,
Man, just waiting on that one too. Who knows?
eh,
Maybe we'll get a
yeah,
state of play this September. Maybe we'll
there's
be ready to do live stream reacts on our channel. Who knows? Time will
there
tell.
there are rumors of one coming.
I know. I know. So maybe next week. Maybe they'll just be like, "Fuck it, it's Friday."
You know what?
So
Maybe they'll do like they did with Summer Game Fest to be like, wouldn't it be awesome if they shadow dropped and be like, "Hey, we're doing a PlayStation showcase today. Tune in 4 hours." You know, like they did with Summer Game Fest right before Nintendo. They do the
yep.
same thing, just like they did right before Keighley. Just be like big dick energy and plop.
Mm-hmm. I can see it happening. We'll see though. We'll see. Uh I want to hear about your experience with the original Hollow Knight. I know you're not far. I want to hear it.
All right. Yeah, let's start there. I got a couple of things on the docket this list. I all right. I'm let's just pull the band-aid off. This is a good game. I'm about through 2.5, 3 hours in, give or take. Beat the first couple of bosses. You've seen some of my trophies and play stuff there, Matt.
Mm-hmm.
And what can I say? Know this is ostensibly a good game, but I still can't figure out if it's me or if it's the game, but something's quite kinda like, in your relationship, and it's like, I like this, but something's quite not clicking, and I see that with with the original Hollow Knight. I love the art. The art style is amazing. The music with the Astros, it sounds so good. The gameplay, the smooth as a butter. It's very responsive from a 2D side-scrolling perspective of Metroidvania or 2D action, side-scrolling action. Um, it responds. There's no, "Oh my god, that hitbox should not have fucking hit me," kind of a situation. I haven't come across it once. Um, and for frame of reference, this continues to be a thing even into our current generation. Prince of Persia, for example, I thought was really good, except for some of the hitboxes with spikes were a little wonky. Um, but yeah, this game, I can see everything about it that people love. And I'm playing the Void Heart edition, if that matters to you, so to the Hollow Knight community. Uh, and I see it, I look at it, and I just don't have an appetite for it. I'm kind of going. I understand. Like, if this was a true Metroidvania without the Souls aspects behind it, if it was just a true Metroidvania, I have a feeling this would probably be a game that would be bleeding into Borderlands, where I'm like doing two at once. Um, but this whole Souls like, hey, I died, and now I'm going to get sent back 7 rooms because that's where the last bench was, and that is indicative of of Metroidvanias. Samus, when you died, guess what? You went back to the last save point. But this is a game designed for you to die and overcome challenges, a little bit more upfront than another, let's say, a Castlevania or something of that nature. So it kind of feels like, why does he keep kicking me in the dick? Line, where I just keep getting punched in the nuts. Uh, and it's not that I don't like Metroidvanias, folks. I have played, except of Sekiro, I have beaten all of the Soulsborne genre. I platinumed Elden Ring, so I am not unfamiliar with these games. Uh, but this one, man, it's kind of a miss, and I don't want to say it's because it's the game. So I'm kind of putting it down for now. I want to distance myself from it. I want to think about it. I want to breathe on it and kind of decide, okay, is it just me because I'm so worried about a commitment with Borderlands 4 coming up and the release schedule, or is there something here that it just is not my cup of tea? All of that to be said, I think this game is awesome. I think if you like a high quality game, give it a shot. This is a cheap game, $15, I think, base price. It's worth the price of admission. It's a short, from my understanding, I want to say about 15 hours, give or take, depending where you're at, your skill level. And you'll know whether it's going to be for you or not. And at such a low cost of entry, um, it's definitely worth at least investigating into, man. But yeah, Hollow Knight, the Void Heart Edition. I can see why this is a 9.5 game. So I'm gonna put it down and I'll come back to it later and see how it looks.
Cool. Yeah. Uh, yeah, it's a little challenging, right? When you have a game you've been waiting on looming in the horizon, and Hollow Knight requires your absolute focus and requires a shitload of patience and perseverance and calculating. And sometimes I think if you have something you're really excited for, like hovering over that, it could be a detriment to your experience. So that's why I was like, just do a cozy game or something before Borderlands 4. Sword of the Sea. I'm just saying. Just
Um,
kind of what? Oh, is that you're going to talk about that too?
I may have been playing another game.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I can't wait to hear. But yeah, I'm glad you're enjoying it. It's fucking really hard. It's an unforgiving game. Uh some of the checkpoints are very far from that boss, and you have to learn that boss to beat that boss. And to learn that boss, you have to keep dying and learning and dying and learning. And that gauntlet in between the bosses can sometimes get real fucking frustrating. So I hear you there. Uh, and all I can say is, yeah, if you're not feeling it, put it down and play it some other time. But I'm glad you recognize, the art and how amazing it runs and it looks and plays. And I'm glad you're open to playing more eventually. But yeah, like you said, we got Borderlands 4 on the horizon, baby.
Yeah, it's coming.
Mm-hmm.
And then right after Borderlands 4 comes Evil Leafs Chronicles, which
Yep.
is easier than Tactics Ogre, if anybody knows what I'm talking about in that genre, but it is a thinkers kind of game, kind of like
Mm-hmm.
Civilization. I don't know. I think, like I said, I don't think I have that capacity to really put the effort forward to it. You have to be in a certain mindset.
Mm-hmm.
And this is critical, folks, to think about is when you're playing a game and you're like, man, I don't like this. You have to stop and think, is it the game? Is it me? Or is it that both of these were just not aligned, right? Um, and you'll figure it out. You just got to stop, go smoke a blunt, go smoke a cigarette, have a shot of Jack, whatever your thing is, and think about it and put a little bit of forethought into it. Other than I've had conversations with people of, well, that game fucking sucks, and I'm like, well, why does it suck?
Right.
Well, no, it just sucks. Well, you're not opening up a dialogue and shaping the conversation, if you will.
Exactly. Yeah.
Um,
Very well said.
But you
Yeah.
know how I know I'm not I think you know how I know I think it's my mood, on this, Matt,
How?
is, the other game I'm playing. You mentioned Cozy, right?
Mm.
Um,
Yeah.
I went back to so you mentioned Cozy, which led me into comfort foods, booting up good old games, playing Heroes of Might and Magic 3, seeing some Red Alert, uh, Command& and Conquer Red Alert Remaster, just stuff that I'm familiar with, and then I forgot that I had Sword of the Sea still. This is free if you have PlayStation Plus Essentials. Um, and got about an hour and a half into to it on my first playthrough, and then said, you know what, let me check this out. I'm gonna play it. I'm in a mood for a cozy game. Cracked open a couple of cold beers, and I finished it.
I
Um,
was gonna say if you drank a couple, you probably finished it then.
yeah, I did.
Awesome, man. Dude, that ending, right?
So what I gotta say, yes, I want to get there. Sword of the Sea is interesting in a way that you can only experience because there is no UI. There are no battles. There are no you can get some lore, but there's not a bunch of characters that are gonna speak to you. There's not a bunch of fluff, in that regard. It's very open. It's very direct with what it wants you to do. It helps guide your hand. There's no lives. Like, I've accidentally flew off a ledge and I was like, "Oh, fuck, I wasn't supposed to go there." And then you just get teleported back, right? So it's very low stakes in that regard. Um, this game surprisingly fucking rules, dude. It shocked me, to a T. Uh, what I and I wanted to see what you think about this, because there's only so much I can say without spoiling it.
Right.
Um, when the PlayStation 5 was coming out, we had Astro's Playroom, and Astro's Playroom showed you what the power of the PS5 can do between the haptic feedback and the audio design and the way how smooth everything felt, with its graphics and its particle effects and things of that nature. We then went through several years of good, solid games, but we had some struggles along the way, to be quite honest. Horizon Forbidden West, for example, it is a very beautiful game, but it's clunky in some regards with its storytelling and its game design. Then we got Astrobot. Astrobot was very simple. It was very direct. It utilized a lot of the PlayStation 5's features, and I'm not talking the gimmick features. Sorry, Nintendo. I'm talking, like I said, the advanced rumble features, the haptic feedback, the adaptive triggering. All of that is in Astrobot, and that's why it was my game of the year last year. Sword of the Sea does this exact same thing. And what I mean is this game, while very simple and elegant, feels more next gen than a lot of the next gen games that we're getting right now. Do you know? Is that what I'm saying? Kind of makes sense.
Absolutely. I mentioned this when I talked about Sword of the Sea a couple casts ago, I think, after I beat it. I was like, this game is one of the few that really shows off the power of the PS5 and the DualSense on the level of Astrobot and Astro's Playroom.
Okay.
100% agree. Yeah, when you're going through the sand and you feel like the grittiness in the controller, or if you're on the tile and you know what surface you've transitioned to because of the feel, you feel this game, man. And
Yeah.
the load screen, there's no load screens, and the speed. Like, I remember when Keeley showed off the UE5 demo where that girl was flying through the canyon. Well,
Hmm.
there's a point in the game, no spoilers, that you go very, very fast, and I was just like, how the fuck are they loading this all this fast? So, yeah, it shows off the power brilliantly.
Yeah, it does, man, and it's the best thing about it is it was low stakes. There is a I'm gonna kind of minor side soft spoilers. There is kind of a final event, if you will, but it's even though cinematically it's beautiful and it makes you feel like you're playing. It almost reminded me of the end of
Yeah, yeah,
a Zelda game,
I can see
where
that.
yeah, you got this crescendo and then it kind of tapers out, and you feel there was no health bar to worry about. There was
Right.
no, "Oh, you made a mistake, you gotta restart it, go get good," kinda community mentality. It
Hmm.
just felt fun, and I had no clue what was going on in terms of story. I still don't. I don't care though, because
Yeah,
the game does the one thing and that Nintendo lost, and this is just my personal opinion, that Nintendo lost a long time ago, which is a game needs to feel good to play first before it can be a game. So, what is it?
gameplay is
Giant
king.
Yep, Giant Squid.
Yeah,
I tip my hat to you. You have my interest. I am curious about your other games. I think $30 for some of them when I know what I'm getting get into is a little steep, but if I can find a way to grab them,
yep.
I
I'm
will
listening.
be there. I will be there. Especially, I'm going to keep an eye out. Your games are going on my wish list, and when I see a sale, I'll be stacking them up because you know what it's like to make a game and make it feel good. So, like I said, a round of applause is in due order.
Beautiful. I'm so happy to hear that you loved it. And Yeah, they put everything in the background. So the art, including the visuals and the uh, performance and the music, is front and center. And you're not distracted by the HUD or the health bar or the currency. It's just there's no HUD, like you said. And I think they try and put that all in the background. So what's prominent in front of you is the art. And they do an amazing job. And that music, what'd you think of that soundtrack?
Oh, dude, that is an amazing soundtrack. I don't remember. I didn't look it up to see who. It's all just whoever the composer was, but
Austin Wintry.
Austin Wintry. That's it. Thank you.
He does all their games. He did Journey. He did The Pathless, Abzu. Yep.
Yeah. He's serious skill there. Keep him happy. It sounds like he is. And like you said, the HUD. This is there are moods for it. Please understand. I understand there are moods for it. But most of the time, when I get into a game that's modern, it feels modern because the UI is a cluttered fucking mess. And and I'm saying this with a little bit of scorn, simply because sometimes I don't want that. I want the simple elegance that is what you're telling me is what you're showing me. I don't need a mini map. I don't need sub menus. I don't need the health bar, and then I need the ammo. And what I mean by that, it goes back to environmental storytelling. I think a really good example of this, and it's a little bit of a callback because I'm going to feel dated now, is in the original Halo. You remember the assault rifle?
Oh, yeah.
It had an image there that showed you how many rounds were left in the chamber. Uh, you didn't need to guess. You knew what was there because you could just look at it. That's what these guys do well. It's a very good thing. And my goodness, right before Borderlands 4, which is where a lot of numbers and a lot of guns and a lot of stuff coming at me on the screen. So I know what I'm getting into, folks. Is a good palate cleanser.
Yeah, it's a good contrast and a good in between for
Mhm.
sure. Uh, the next game in that vein you need to play is Journey,
Okay.
and then Abzu, and then end with my favorite. And the reason it's a little more expensive is because it's longer
Okay.
and it's more. It has more depth, but the pathless.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
you'll see after playing Sword of the Sea and then playing all three of those, Sword of the Sea kind of is a combination of all of them. But
Okay. All right.
the pathless is still my favorite.
That's good, man.
Yeah,
Can we? I did want to, before I forget this. I did want to call out. And this is not a complaint. This is just
sure.
a funny observation for a game that takes you about 3 to 4 hours, give or take, depending on your mood, to finish. 48 fucking trophies,
I know. I know. Yep.
and none of them seem
Yeah.
hard. From what I could tell.
Right.
But I kept popping trophies as I was playing, and I'm like, "Oh, this is awesome." I'm expecting like 16 trophies, give or take, and then I pop it open near the dashboard near the end, and I went, "48 fucking trophies! What the fuck is this?"
Yep. Yep.
But yeah, it's awesome, dude.
It's meant
I
to be played more. It's meant to be played over and over again.
I
So
I picked
yeah.
up on that, and
Yeah.
the greatest thing about this is it's pick up and play.
Oh, absolutely. 100%. Yeah. So yeah, incredible artistic game that puts art front and center, most importantly. If you have an evening to spare and you just want to veg out, turn your brain off for a little bit, and just get immersed in this wonderful world, all four of these games are hits. I'd say Sword of the Sea is my second favorite of the four, and then The Pathless. So, but Journey is no slouch. I mean, shit. And Abzu, all incredible. So yeah, these games are very unique. Another one's Flower. Flower is another from that game company.
Mhm.
That's another one that is in the same vein. So yeah, uh, incredible game. I was so excited when they announced this, and they it was Giant Squid. I was like, oh my god, I'm totally in. I'm so in. That's why I drafted it. I played it on launch. What did I put down for it? I think I played it before Metal Gear Solid, uh, and I played it in between Death Stranding before I beat Death Stranding. I put Death Stranding 2 down to play this game because I knew it would be a short, cinematic roller coaster of an experience. I was 100% right, and it was incredible. I'm so glad you finished it, and I hope we both go back and maybe platinum it one day because yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely would, and I gotta say, the next time Giant Squid comes up on that PlayStation Direct, you and I are going to be fighting for a bidding war on their game because I have been converted. I see the light, if you will, of what Giant Squid is cooking, and I really enjoy it.
Awesome. I'm so happy to hear that. And yeah, you've only played one of the 4 amazing games they've created. So all the other games are in the same vein. If you love this game, you're going to love the other 3. So can't wait to hear what you think about the others. So I'm so glad you finished it. That's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, ADHD. Sorry. You know what we forgot to talk about in the house cleaning or housekeeping, Matt, as
What?
we're wrapping up this segment?
What?
Shapes of Gaming now has a Twitch.
Oh, yeah. I think we said that on the last
Now, more
episode.
specifically, if you guys want, I have not come with a schedule, but Bob has been taking on the challenges. Recently, I've been doing Hollow Knight for that, but I'm putting it down. I will be playing Borderlands 4, and my plan is to stream it. So any chance I get a chance to play, or anytime I get a chance to play it, I'll be doing it. This is going to be a combination of myself solo, playing with Matt as well. And then, most notably this weekend, catch me outside because I'm going to be playing with my wife on a couch co-op. She doesn't have a headset, so you get to hear her in the background as we go along. But we'll definitely be doing this, and if you guys have any requests, things you know that I play, or something that you'd like me to check out, definitely drop it in the Discord. I'm more than happy to provide new experiences. Just don't give me a please play Like a Dragon. I know that game. It's 140 hours, and please don't drop that when I'm in the middle of another JRPG. I will get to you in due time, but yeah, absolutely, come check it out. You'll find it on our link tree as well, correct?
Yes, twitch.tv/shapes of gaming. And I'm so glad you're streaming on this. And on Borderlands, I will be on mic, so you can hear the both of our antics when we're doing that. We're planning on playing some Haze Light games. It Takes Two, A Way Out. We played Split Fiction. We didn't stream it though, and we're planning on playing some Gears of War. But these will be peppered throughout the year whenever we feel like playing them. There's a lot of fucking games to play, and I'm so glad you're streaming all of your content on Shapes. And yeah, I can't wait to play some Borderlands on stream. That'll be fun. So yeah, and we got some stuff cooking that you want to play that'll be exciting for the viewers. So yeah, if you want to subscribe, go on twitch.tv/shapes of gaming. If you want to know when Bob goes live, you can turn on that little notification and you'll get a little push notification. Hey, Shapes of Gaming is live. Come watch Bob kick ass at all the games he's playing.
Yeah, this is not I want to preface this, folks. This is not a scheduled count Bob in Thursday every 6 p.m. This is whenever I decide. So the VODs will be there for a week afterwards if you want to hear it. But come along, join the community. I've based on my preliminary testing, I can multitask. So drop on the chat, hit me with a chat. If I see it, I can task switch, not multitask, task switching, folks. And come along, enjoy this journey as I learn the ways of 2025, how to play games in 2025.
Indeed. Yep. We're on Twitch, and that's what we're talking about, and what this is all about is gaming. So you can watch Bob game, and when I'm on there too, you can watch me as the fellow Vault Hunter, or a fellow person that is part of the what is it, the coalition for Gears, or all the other stuff that we're going to be playing. So yeah, you might play some retro games. You might whatever you feel like. It's entertaining, and yeah, if you can't catch the live stream, you can go on our Twitch and watch the recorded videos. I think they stay up for 14 days. I think they stay up for either a week or 2 weeks. I don't know, we'll have
Yeah.
to test that. So
You know what's
yeah.
funny, Matt?
What?
I still we are less than 48 hours away, and I still haven't figured out which fucking Vault Hunter I'm going with.
That's awesome. I figured it out the fucking first frame I saw her. Vex is gonna be my girl. Gonna be I always go with the Siren, so that was already pretty much. I usually do the magic user, usually do the healer slash mage slash black mage. And this time the Siren's a necromancer, so and she's hot with vampire wings, so count me the fuck in. Vex
Yeah.
is my girl. Can't wait.
Matt was like,
Um,
"You keep telling me all the good stuff. Well, I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop."
right, exactly. I'll of course playable as all four of them. Eventually, all six of them if we get two Vault Hunters in the DLC. And yeah, but she's going to be my main. This Siren has always been my main throughout all of the Borderlands games. So I am very excited. So what are you kind of leaning towards? Like a little bit. Like, do you have two of them that you might favor over the others?
So that's that's
There's Rafa, Harlow, Amon, and Vex.
yeah, I know. Obviously I like the concept of X, and I want to play her, but I tend to put the sirens aside, mostly because I know the sirens are always a popular character or
Mm-hmm.
class, if you will, Vault Hunter, whatever
Right.
vernacular you want to use.
Sure.
Um, but if I'm being honest, I'm kind of torn between Amon and Rafa right now.
Okay. Gotcha.
Uh,
So
yeah,
tanky guy with the fire ice axe. I could totally see you doing that. Or the operator, I'd
yeah,
say, with the close combat fucking scythes on his hands.
uh-huh.
That's cool too. Kind of reminds me of the interceptor from Anthem. Remember that guy? He just
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, super fast, went in, super technical. And this guy has a few surprises up his sleeve. I've watched all the Vault Hunter stuff, and he can has something to do with TDR. Like I don't know. Uh, it's totally fine if you haven't chose and you choose. I can't wait to see how the selection screen is. Remember in 2 where they're on the train and
Yes.
I can't wait to see how they do that. So yeah, I'm really hoping we have a hit on our hands. I loved Borderlands 3. 2's story was much better. 3's gameplay was and the mechanics and the feel of it was better than 2, but the story, man, the story was lacking in 3, and I hope they can marry the 2 in 4. And I'm super excited. I fucking love Borderlands as much as you. So
Yeah, no, that made me think. This is how much Borderlands 3's gameplay was so good. I can remember a lot of my character. I remember the design. I remember what I was going for. Um, but where they missed, and I'm sorry, this is a big thing for me, and I'm hoping they fix it in 4, is the opening song.
mm, yeah.
So, I can't remember the song. If I go and listen to it, I might be like, "Oh, yeah, that's it." But you think about the first one, what really
Mm-hmm.
caught me was, like you said, that opening intro where, Marcus is giving you his selling point, if you will,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're getting that Cage the Elephant, "Ain't no rest for the wicked." Uh,
Yeah.
it a and then number 2's not even my kind of artist,
Mm-hmm.
but my god, that fit that scene so well. And then number 3 kinda went it's
Right.
forgettable.
Right.
So I'm curious, I haven't seen if they've announced anything, if there's any leaks on it, and I'm avoiding the hell out of it because I wanna
Stay
be
in dark.
watched over. Thank you.
Yep. Stay in dark for sure. So yeah, super excited for that. That drops Friday, 12 a.m. EST, 10 a.m. for us, 9 a.m. PST. So
Mhm.
it's gonna be great, dude. Can't wait.
Yeah,
Can't wait.
I'm gonna go right from work. to get Best Buy to pick up my copy on Friday, and then right to the doctor or cryo to go get my back fixed, and then I'm gonna go right home and I'm gonna crack open a beer and install a game.
Heck yeah. Yeah, I can't wait to play. It's going to be fun. And if you guys are playing, let us know. Maybe you can hop in with one of us and we'll explore the Borderlands together. We'll explore the moon of Kairos or Kairos. I don't fucking know where we'll be, but we'll find out, won't we? In less than 48 hours. So can't wait.
First trailer, I was like, I don't need anything else.
Right? Yep, exactly. Yeah. So what do you say we get out of here early? Since we have a little surprise for all of you this week. Keep your eyes peeled on the Shapes of Gaming podcast stream. That's all I'm gonna say. Maybe Friday. Who knows? But we've done a lot of recording this week, and I think we're gonna end this one a little early. And don't worry, you have plenty to listen to if you want. And we have a little surprise at the end of the week. So you got any fun plans for this weekend, Bob?
Vault hunting, baby.
Yeah, same here. I don't know. I was thinking I've had a rough week, some things and stuff. I might go into the mountains for a bit, just kind of get above it all, clear my head, think. Yeah. Might go to the hot springs. I don't know. The hot springs will heal you right the fuck up. I'll tell you that. You're just sitting there with the hot water, just forgetting about all of your worries and taking in that fresh mountain air. God, it's so cool. It's so far away though. It's like 3 hours, but you know what? It'll be. We listen to another podcast. That podcast comes out Friday, and I'll have that podcast to listen to. I don't know. I think I need a little mini vacation, and then I'll be back. I'll definitely play Borderlands Friday night, probably some of Friday evening, and then Sunday. I think I'm going to take Saturday and just like get out of here.
Yeah, it's that's probably good for the best, man. We all need those breaks. Go touch grass, as the kids would say.
Mm-hmm.
I'm with you. I'd like to say I'm going to get out Saturday, but it's going to be playing catch up. I'll be getting out because I got some yard work and stuff that
Mm-hmm.
I should probably do. It's getting near the end of the year, but you still got to do your thing. And then as soon as I get done Saturday with my yard work, and the wife is done with her work on Saturday, Sunday, she has the day off. I have the day off.
Oh yeah.
I'm probably gonna be like, "Hey, babe, what do you wanna order for breakfast, lunch, and dinner?" And we're gonna sit on the couch and fucking vault hunt until she finally gets bored, and then when she gets bored, I'm gonna load up another character and continue to vault hunt. So,
Hell yeah.
I'll stream it. If I get it, we'll be streaming all Sunday for that, as much as I can anyways, folks. And definitely keep an eye out. We'll be there.
Heck yeah. Sounds like a plan, man. Well, this has been a fun episode, and thanks everyone for listening. We really appreciate it. Keep a eye out at the end of the week. We have a little surprise for you, and yeah, we hope you have a great rest of your day. Keep the conversation going.
Peace.
Shapes of Gaming is a podcast shaped around gaming, and most importantly, our community. That's you. It is written, created, and recorded in beautiful Colorado Springs, Colorado, by me, Matt Stenson, and my good friend Bob Harriman. If you would like to be part of this amazing community, be sure to like, subscribe, or follow us on all the social media platforms or the podcast app of your choice. Thanks so much for listening, and always remember, keep the conversation going, and most importantly, keep gaming.